Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Hope you all are fine. Once again, it's me, Ma'am Sadia Shad, your chemistry teacher here with the second lecture of chemistry today. Previously, in first lecture, I have told you about science. What is science? The types of sciences, and then briefly, I have told you about chemistry. Let's start our today's lecture. Our unit number 1 is Fundamentals of Chemistry. This chapter enables you to understand about chemistry, the branches of chemistry, some concepts, the importance of chemistry, some basic definitions, and chemical calculations. Dear students, again I will explain chemistry today, what kind of branch of chemistry is, with which it deals with, and then we'll move to branches of chemistry. So the question is, what is chemistry? As I previously explained that chemistry is a branch of science which deals with matter, which deals with composition of matter, it deals with structure, reactions, and properties of matter. You can see in your life that your life is full of chemicals. We are using different chemicals in our daily life. For example, detergents, paints, dyes, medicines, and a lot of chemicals are there in your life. So it is very important to understand chemistry and the branches of chemistry. So please open your book page 7, topic branches of chemistry. One by one, I will explain each branch with the examples. So, first of all, I'll tell you that there are a lot of branches of chemistry, but in your book there is only 8 branches. So, the first branch is physical chemistry. It is the branch of chemistry in which we'll study about relationship between composition and physical properties of matter and all the laws and theories to understand the structure and changes of matter. It means in this branch we'll study about structure of atom, structure of molecules, how molecules are formed, how compounds are formed, and what are the physical properties of any kind of compound. We'll also study about solid, liquid, and gases. For example, water H2 is a compound which has hydrogen and oxygen, which has chemical properties and some physical properties like melting and boiling point. We'll study here how the melting and boiling point of any compound depends on structure and how structure affects the physical properties of any compound. Our next branch is organic chemistry. Organic chemistry is a branch of chemistry in which we will study about organic compounds, hydrocarbons, and their derivatives. Organic compounds are the covalent compounds of carbon. Hydrocarbons are the compounds which have carbon and hydrogen, and derivatives means the compounds which are formed from hydrocarbons with the addition of any other element. So derivatives means they are the compounds which have hydrogen, carbon, and any other element. So there are 118 elements in periodic table, and one element is carbon, whose atomic number is 6. So all the compounds which have carbon are studied in organic chemistry, but still some compounds are not being studied in this branch because these compounds have no structure in chemical and physical properties like organic compound. For example, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, carbonates, and bicarbonates. For example, petrochemical compounds, plastics, and pharmaceuticals are the organic compounds which are studied in organic chemistry. We'll study how these compounds are being produced, how these compounds are produced on industrial basis, what is the structure of these compounds, what are the uses, what are the chemical properties of these compounds. Dear students, our third branch of chemistry is inorganic chemistry. I have told you before that there are 118 elements in periodic table, and all the compounds of carbon are studied in organic compounds, and all the other 117 elements and their compounds are studied in inorganic chemistry. So the branch of chemistry which deals with the elements and their compounds except organic compounds, except carbon compounds, is called inorganic chemistry. Many carbon compounds which have no structure like organic compound and chemical properties like organic compounds are also studied in inorganic chemistry. For example, in inorganic chemistry, we'll study about glass, we'll study about cement, how these compounds are being produced, what are the chemical properties, what are the chemical reactions these compounds have. You can see only one compound, carbon, have a separate branch of chemistry because there are a lot of organic compounds. The fourth branch is biochemistry. As name denotes, it is the chemistry of life. Bio means life. So in biochemistry, we'll study about all the physical and chemical changes that occur in the living organism, in the living bodies. Living organisms are also made up of some elements, some compounds. So in this branch, we'll study about all those compounds and the changes that are occurring on the daily basis in that living organism. For example, obtaining energy from food, metabolism, chemical changes during diseases and medicine, etc. So fifth branch of chemistry is industrial chemistry. As the name denotes, industrial chemistry means chemistry of industries. The branch of chemistry that deals with the methods and use of technology and the large-scale production of useful substances is called industrial chemistry. It means in this branch of chemistry, we'll study about industries, what kind of methods are being used in industries, what kinds of technologies, what kinds of machinery is being used in industrial chemistry. For example, oxygen, ammonia, NH3, chlorine gas, soap paints, and many other chemicals are being produced in industries. And why we'll study these chemicals? Because these chemicals are also being used in many other industries. For example, ammonia is a compound which is used in production of fertilizer, and fertilizer are produced for the betterment of fields. So in this branch, we'll study about chemicals which are being produced on industrial level. The next branch of chemistry is nuclear chemistry. This branch of chemistry is dealing with the nucleus of atom and the radioactivity. All the changes occur in nucleus and radioactivity. Radioactivity is, we have some elements in nature which produce radiations. So we study about radioactivity and nucleus in this branch. For example, production of electricity in nuclear reactor, use of radioactivity in medical treatment, just like treatment of cancer, treatment of tumors, X-rays, radiotherapy used in cancer are being studied in this branch of chemistry. A seventh branch of chemistry is environmental chemistry. As the name denotes, this branch of chemistry is chemistry of environment. What is environment? Environment is all the living and non-living, biotic and abiotic factors around us, around living things. So this branch of chemistry includes both factors, biotic and abiotic factors. How biotic factors are depending on abiotic factors and how abiotic factors are affecting biotic factors. Means living things and non-living things both are affecting each other, and they are studied in environmental chemistry. This branch also deals with the study of all the chemicals and all the toxic substances that pollute our environment and what are the effects of these chemicals on living things. For example, in environmental chemistry, we'll study about pollution. There are different forms of pollution. What are the causes of pollutions on man life? Our last branch of chemistry is analytical chemistry. This branch of chemistry is dealing with the methods and instruments for determining the composition of matter is called analytical chemistry. This branch of chemistry is the only branch of chemistry which is interconnected with all the branches of chemistry. For example, if we studying physical chemistry and we are studying about any compound composition, so this branch of chemistry, analytical chemistry, will help us to find out the composition of any matter, find out the composition of any compound. For example, any organic compound, what is the structure, what is the composition, what are the properties of any compound is find out by analytical chemistry. So this is the branch of chemistry which deals with the methods and instruments which are used to determine the composition of matter in any branch of chemistry.